Hello everyone, it's your favorite Senso Tech Jedi Lisa, back with another video, and this time we're going to be talking about groups. This is a video that works best in conjunction with a previous video that I recorded called Working with Sites, so make sure you reference that one. If you got here first, no big deal. Just watch this one, and you know what? Go hang out with me in that other video and learn all about site and site creation. So groups. Groups are super important in that once you have created how the structure of your tenancy is going to look, you've created those sites, either individual sites or multiple sites, you can then create groups below those sites. So you'll see here this Senso Demo Academy is the very top of my structure. Then I have my sites all the way down to Senso Texas School. And then if I click on that, you'll see I have all of these lovely groups below that site that I have created. So Senso Demo Academy, top of my structure where all my devices for my tenancy go. Sites, I've pulled those into either individual sites or multiple sites depending on how I have it set up. Devices can only be assigned to one site below your tenancy. Just keep that in mind. So decide whether you want to work with multiple sites or individual sites. I would reference that other video. And then once you've got them here, you can then take them and filter them down into groups, and as many groups as you would like below that site. So you see I've done examples as for teachers, first period, all my Chromebooks in one, all my labs, also called IT suites, in another. This is for organizational purposes for a few reasons. One, for organizational admins, technicians on the back end, you are looking at a lot of devices within your tenancy. You want to have those organized so you can get to them very quickly. If you are not using one of our wonderful integrations like Teams or Google Classroom, or you're using that in conjunction with groups, you can think of this for your groups that you're creating for your users. And then you can restrict access, separate video, about how you can set up and restrict access to those groups. And you can also set up and restrict access to sites. So for group creation, you will select which site that you would like to add a group into. Then you'll come up here to the pencil and click Edit Group. You will give it you'll see the group name. This is the site that it's going to go into. Then you can give the test group 1. This is just the name of the group. And a group priority, make sure that you reference the policy videos for this so that you can know about when you are setting up policies. Group priority, higher values get prioritized as far as policies that remit changes onto your devices. So its default setting is 50. You can of course change that depending on what policies that you want to have be assigned to that group. And once you have that group, you see it'll show up here in the list. However many groups that you need, however, there is no limit. You can also do nested groups, so groups, subgroups within groups, subgroups within subgroups. So keep that in mind. If you wanted to add a subgroup, you would just select a group and then edit group again, and now you see that you can add a subgroup to a group. Now let's talk about some of the options you have as far as filtering into those groups. You can go in and add in, let me get one that doesn't have a filter already built on it. Perfect. You can get group filters here where you can filter on options from device name, remote host, username, AD group, IP address, email, and domain. Within those filters, you can choose like or not like, and then the term. And within here, wildcarding is percentage sign. So let's say username could be, any sort of naming convention that you want, percentage sign at schooldistrict.com. or whatever your username is there. For another example would be device name. Device name is like in a high school lab that's HS Lab-01. You could put HS Lab percentage sign. Then anything that has that device name would then come from that top repository of your site and flow into this group and be filtered into this group, all the way down to AD group. I mean, that's going to be really a great tool for you if you have an amazing Azure AD structure, Active Directory structure on the back end that these devices are in. Just organize it that way. And remember, you can use like and not like terms for building these filter groups. Another example that I want to talk about with building these is for when you are making changes as far as policies and different other aspects of Senso that you can apply to devices, it's really great to think about groups as far as policy groups, restricted access groups, user groups, really even test groups. You want to see how a policy that you created within Senso will react on your devices. Create a test group. You can drag and drop devices into groups. You don't have to use the filters. You can, put them in there, test how it's going to look, put them back out, drag them right back out into where they need to go. So it's very, very important for you to utilize groups in conjunction with your sites. Okay, thanks. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.